Kick in, goddamn.
This ain't your crap boss have radio.
And I guess we're live. Well,
grab your
so much for that intro video.
Mind set on fire. Bugs on the air. Activating the wire. Summits on the air. String CQ. Portable power. No shack. Just me and you.
Well, hey, everybody, welcome to the Ham Radio Kids Table. Apparently, the intro video did not kick off.
No age limit. Here it's a state of mind. Kids Table rebels leave a boring behind. Heavy signals crashing down. CQ, on the town. Border soda contest war. Ham Radio Kids Table forevermore. People bait, waves in the fight. This is our revolution. Turn it up tonight. Kids Table. Kids Table. Hell yeah. Not your grandpa's. We're the future on the air. Kids Table. Out.
Yo. Insight.
Welcome everybody to the Ham Radio Kids Table. And I'm not exactly sure what happened there, if the video played through its entirety or what, but we didn't see it on our end until it was about 19 seconds left. So hopefully you guys got it. If not, well, we're going to have something funny to laugh about. But guys, it is Wednesday night. We are here at the Ham Radio Kids Table, and we're getting ready for the road to Dayton Hamvention. And tonight, to go around the table, I've got Jeff with me, Freddie Mac, Andrew, the Broke Ham, and Mike into MAK.
Good after evening, noon, y'all.
Absolutely.
Got to represent
Mitch was
Vince.
here, he'd say, "You stole that from me, you bastard."
Yeah.
I saw almost all of the intro video.
Did you?
I did too.
I think I did too.
It just, I saw all you guys and I saw nothing else. And I'm like, okay, are we live? And I'm trying to unmute your mic so we can at least salvage that, not just sit there like, there was a story of a lovely day. Because that's what you guys were, just your heads were bobbing. And I'm like,
I was into it, dude.
yeah. Oh, gosh darn it. Well, you know what? It's not live streaming if there's not a problem. So we are here and we are getting ready for Hamvention, and then for some reason Hamcation is stuck in my head, so I'm sure I'll misspeak it 2 or 3 or 4, maybe 10 times tonight. But
Hamcation.
I'm here to lament all those poor operators that don't get to go this year because I'm stuck in that boat as well. So
are you
100%.
Well, you could have fixed that a long time ago by not having any kids.
Well, I tell you got kids, you're stuck.
Free thought.
It's May, man. Everybody's graduating.
Not up here. We don't graduate till June up north. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's different. It's different down south. You start sooner. We don't start till September.
Well, see,
and then they graduate in June.
In June here, so it's only like 90 degrees in May here.
Yeah,
because we get the heat so soon. Oh my gosh.
You can send some up here, man. It was in the 40s today and rainy. It sucked.
Yesterday in Indiana, it felt like it was a gloomy winter rainy day, and it was horrible because just a couple days earlier it was 80 degrees, and it wasn't any fun.
No, I mean it's the time of year really because it's doing that a lot, right? It's God's way of purging the herd. In Oklahoma, it's just like it's cold for 3 days, and then boom, heat wave, and then the next day it's cold again. So,
there you go.
It is what it is. Natural selection.
We still get like 3 seasons in the same week, sometimes the same day up here. Just pick a season and roll with it. I'm fine having 4 seasons. I like some variety, but like, come on, like consistency. Like,
I had to put my winter coat back out.
Jeez, yeah.
Exactly. I had to dig a jacket out today. It's like, what the heck is going on?
Well, nothing wrong with a light jacket as long as you're not pulling out your winter jacket.
Oh, dude, it was a cold wind. It's just like, come on. I'm mowed twice already, and now we're back to jackets. Come on.
Only twice?
Only twice. Well, my wife done it a few times. So.
Oh, okay. Get the missus to do it. There you go.
Yeah.
Bar says, Pepe says the bar has been set high today. According to the live stream description, there will be information today on, quote, insider behind the scenes access. the the ultimate behind the scenes insider access. I'm just going to give it away early.
Please.
Is that Mike K at MRD likes to use the middle porta potty in this intersection to launch the porta potty net. Bodie McBoatface porta potty net. So look for that 3 times daily. No.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think all of us, except for Jeff, have been to Dayton, and want to get Jeff's perspective on some things, since this will be his first time going, and being able to kind of live in the past vicariously through all of us who go and live stream and do videos and stuff like that from there. So I did want to kind of just, I guess, go around the horn while we've got it here. Freddie, you've been there a couple of times.
Yep.
What would be like your number one thing that you would want to share with people that would go for the first time?
Well, and if you're going as a spectator, take a lot of cash with you. I mean, be safe when you're traveling with cash. But if you are dependent upon, like I am, I'm a tinkerer at heart. But that boneyard, that flea market, for lack of a better word, we call that a flea market in Oklahoma, is one of the best that I've ever been to when it comes to ham radio shows. It's enormous. And if there's something you're looking for and you can't find it there, it's probably not available in the world. It's that good. But if you're going as a creator, take a lot of water, a lot of extra batteries, and don't stop moving. And get in line early for the pork chop sandwich.
Pork chop, Sammy.
For some reason, the first year I went, I didn't get one. I don't know what it was, but I found the homemade ice cream people and kind of hovered around there a lot.
I'd rather be chomping down some ice cream than a pork chop sandwich.
Oh my gosh, I thought the same thing. But
that's me. I'm not much into pork. I eat a little bit, but I'm not big into it. So,
it's a big piece of meat, but it's really juicy and tender.
Now they had like
That's what she
chocolate
said.
bacon, I'd be all over. That chocolate covered bacon, I'd be there, but not pork chop.
I didn't see any chocolate covered bacon, but I'd have tried it. Wow.
Yeah, that's a new one for me.
Curiosity is up.
Yeah,
I've seen it
I haven't
before.
heard of that.
I forget where, but probably
Sounds
like
familiar.
somewhere. I don't know.
But yeah, take a lot of cash, because cash is king out there on the flea market, because there is an ATM there. If you want to pay the fees or whatever, but you can get a deal, especially on that last day. But the vendors they're so plentiful, and of course the big 3, 4 is almost always there, and it's totally worth going, especially if it's a year something big's getting released. I mean, last year, what was it? Last year we had the partial ICOM release. Was that last year or year before last?
Yeah, I believe that was last year that they had all the individual parts.
Yes. And it was almost a big deal. They revealed a bunch of parts, but they still didn't tell us what it all was. But
it was a guessing game. Yeah, they wanted you to speculate, because we know Ray loves the speculation.
Oh yeah,
he does.
And maybe, just maybe, they'll release a new Kenwood mobile this year. But don't hold your breath.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to actually have it for Hamvention, whatever it was, 750D or
75. It's a 750.
750.
75's big brother or what have you. But I mean, I totally love to have it. Kenwood makes an excellent radio, but they know it.
So I have a feeling, just a feeling that that's our big show. But I think Kenwood ICOM, those guys, they are Japanese radio companies, and not too far in the future is going to be the Tokyo Ham Fair, and that's their flagship.
Yep.
Ham Fest. So I have a feeling that unless it's something specifically for the U.S. market, if it's for the world market, it's probably going to get released at Ham Fair.
Yeah, I think they, not 2026 or 2025, but I think 2024, when they showed that Yaesu FDX1 whatever.
Mhm.
I think they had the radio there, the Kenwood there, and
Yeah.
the past, all the other Hamfests, they had it. They had the unit there, that Kenwood unit. I think one of the times it was actually a dummy unit, but I think
Yeah.
the last few times were like it actually lit up and was somewhat operational. It had power. I think I'm going to speculate. I normally don't speculate, but I think they might actually have it available for release. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't been hearing any other chatter about it, so I'm kind of thinking that's probably not going to happen. Maybe for Huntsville, but
Never can tell.
yeah, I mean they dropped the FTX one at Tokyo Ham Fair, and then the next Hamvention it was out.
Mm-hmm.
It started shipping. So I don't know what the holdup is. I'm going to guess it's probably technical with the Kenwood radio.
It's either that or FCC type acceptance. That's the only thing.
Because they have to have it out. Have to have it working for the most part. I mean, yes, there are going to be some software issues probably, and they can do that, fix that with their firmware, but they're having hardware issues and they can't release it
Yeah.
because they're going to have a whole bunch of unhappy people with a radio that like explodes as soon as they power it on or something. So, or it's some kind of FCC thing where the FCC is not happy with it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think from a general perspective, Yaesu, Kenwood, they are long-standing, professional radio manufacturers. I feel like the FCC type acceptance is more a formality with them than anything else. So Freddie Mac brought up the Boneyard.
Yeah, real quick, just before we jump into that, we got to give props to Grand Admiral Snack Bar in the chat, who just passed his general exam yesterday.
Ooh! Oh, awesome!
Congratulations, Admiral.
That's a good one right there.
That's awesome. Get on some HF.
All right.
Start on this channel right here.
So
real friendly.
So this is I think that's a racetrack, a harness track of some sort.
Yep.
Harness racing. So this entire area, along with some of this area up in here, will be full of vendors for the flea market, the Boneyard. Now, to give you an idea, this grid here that's in the middle, this is usually a spot for a vendor.
Yep.
And they are stacked in and out. So
Yeah.
Sometimes they might have 2 or 3 spots, just depending on how big it is. And I'm not sure exactly what the fee is per thing. But to put that into perspective.
Well, also before you scroll away, there was also that little grassy section to the north west. I think last year was also part of the flea.
Over here.
It is.
Oh, over here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, behind the smaller buildings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this Great Ohio Toy Show?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Left side of your screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
left.
that was
Was
part
that
of the flea as well.
is that okay? Oh, okay. Yeah, because they're on the inside of the parking here. So camping is going to be in here, and this is what's different. This compared to the other 2 big ones is this camping is about all they've got. They stack some other rigs in here too. There's water and power along there, so that's about it. You pretty much, and I hate to say this, and to be, you kind of have to wait for somebody to die to.
I'm on the waiting list still yet.
Yeah,
I got a confirmation email this year. That said, hey,
you're on the waiting
list.
They're in Montesano.
Yeah.
Well, Montesano, you've got the ability, because it's at the state park, so you have the ability. And I would suggest if anybody's wanting to go to Montesano, I would start the day after the show's over. I would start getting on their website. If you're an Alabama resident, you can go longer than a year, but if you're not, you have to. It's like 363 days or whatever it is.
Yep.
These 3 buildings right here are the 3 main buildings, and to scroll down the size, here's some cars to give you an idea of the size of the buildings. This is where all of the main vendors are at. In there, the primary vendors, ARRL's got to have a big thing in there. Across the way is where they do a lot of the presentations, and I think there's some other rooms in these buildings too.
In the main 3 buildings in the northeast there, I take that's a walkway between them, a covered walkway.
So
There is, yeah.
Covered walkway between.
Well, that's
those.
good because I've always heard it rains every Hamvention, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
good thing.
this is covered, closed hall. Actually, no, I take that back. These are they're open walkways, but they are covered.
That's what
There's generally here they are, bleachers that are out here that you can sit.
Yep.
And in this
smoking area.
scenario, yeah, you can smoke out here. And then out here is usually an entire row of porta potties.
Yeah,
And
quite
one
a
that
few.
over here too. A lot of times, if you guys are interested in satellite stuff, I think it's Eris, the satellite people. They're over here in this section of the building, and then they do live presentations right out here in this area of the field too. Here are the flagpoles, the flagpoles that infamously host the Toads meetup on Saturday, I think, at noon. The meet and greet these are the flagpoles. There will be food vendors all around in here. There are picnic tables out through this area that they'll be sprinkled in, and then there's been picnic tables along in here too for seating. So food is kind of expensive. You're paying state fair food prices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it. In the years past, the pork chop sandwich has been the big talked about thing. It is good. It is a good, and it's grilled right there.
And that line is long.
They also make some steak sandwiches too.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. And this is where people bring in their vehicles to show things off. So that one little small car that's got the 27 antennas on there.
Yeah. Scott
and
he's from Virginia.
Yeah. More emergency vehicles, if MCOM trailers, those kind of things are out here on display for people to check out. Now, Pepe's asking, how is car parking organized? What the traffic signposts say for car parking? Yeah, so I would suggest to get there early. Parking is.
You zoom out a little so we can show. Yeah, we can show them where it is.
Yeah, parking is here in this big lot, and so there'll be signs coming in depending on where you're staying. There'll be large, electronic signs that are along the ways that tell you how to get in here.
And one thing I just want to point out too, because the first few years that I went, I had just a front wheel drive sedan, a Ford Fusion, right? And it's going to rain at some point. If you don't have 4-wheel drive or whatnot, you could very well get stuck. And I heard some horror stories about that. I never encountered that and stuff, but there is a shuttle, and I took the shuttle the first, I think, 2 years that I went, and that worked out really well. The only downside to taking the shuttle is if you buy any boat anchors or anything big, like if you want to bring it back to your car, then you got to go get a bus to bring it back to your car and stuff like that. The last 2 years I've parked on site and everything, and it's worked out nice being able to go back to my car. I found out I don't have to carry everything on me. I can leave sunscreen and bottled waters or some stuff like that. I can go back to my car and drop off purchases. So it's kind of hit or miss, but I would say, if you are going to park your vehicle, you want to make sure that if the weather's not good, you're going to be able to get out.
Yep, that's
So,
totally
So
yeah.
here's the entrance into the thing. So this is all gated off. This right here, this lot is where the handicap parking is. So if you need handicap parking, if you've got a placard or something like that, they'll direct you into here to park. Otherwise, they have the Boy Scouts and other people, volunteers guiding you in, parking you in as tight as you can. They do have shuttles that if you need assistance, if you're not handicap parking and you need assistance to get up there, they can.
You mean like the golf carts? Yeah.
The golf
like
carts,
those.
yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes. If you are, if you take advantage of what is it? The mobility carts. If you rent a mobility cart for there, that pickup is usually in this area right along in here too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, don't they shuttle you from some parking at a local school nearby?
Yep. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's worked out well. Like I said, there's always pros and cons. This is ham radio, right? But but it's nice to the shuttles worked out well. But the only downside is if you buy stuff, you're gonna have to carry it around with you. Or we made a trip back to the on the shuttle to drop off some purchases. A friend and I a couple years ago, but that's when after I was like, all right, I'm parking on grounds.
Yeah.
So also across the street, and I would check the Hamcation website for parking and stuff like that. But generally across the street here, they've had organizations. I seem to remember Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
In a couple of these parking lots here, where you can park a lot closer. Also, I believe they were doing testing. They might have been doing the testing across the street here at the Adult Services Center.
Like VE
That's where
testing?
it was, yeah.
Yeah, VE testing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, who is it? Somebody, and maybe the ARRL. Somebody was doing HT testing. They had a service monitor there, so you could bring stuff in, and if you had questions on some stuff that you wanted to buy, I think they would test it for you. Also,
I think that's in one of the buildings.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it other videos.
Mhm.
Might have been Huntsville last year. I remember seeing it in videos.
Yeah, they did not do it one year. I've got HTs tested each year, and one of the years, it wasn't this past year, they were there. But the year before that, they didn't do it. And I was like, I had brought like a couple HTs to get tested, and I was all bummed. And I was like, why aren't you guys doing it? But so I wasn't planning on it last year, and then they did it. So I was like, oh, okay, well, you're going to have to test my Yaesu. I know it's good, but like, I got to get something tested.
Right. Ben Williams says that testing at the Memorial Church across the street. So I remember being kind of off property, but not far. You could walk over, I'm sure, take a shuttle.
Yeah, that's
Hamvention operates a flea market. Will call.
That's good. Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
I'm still a rookie, though. I've only been doing it a couple of years.
Same here.
I still make mistakes.
Yeah, that's definitely been influenced decisions on like, yeah, this is really cheap on the flea market, but I got to lug it around everywhere.
Yeah. Bring a big backpack.
Yeah.
3-day bag.
I would suggest on the flea market, you get over there, find it. If it's something you want, chances are it's not going to be there when you come back around.
That's exactly right.
Something
Snooze, you lose.
Most of those people, I will guarantee you, pretty much know what they have. So Eric's asking where the Applebee's is.
Garbage.
But funny story. So we last year we go off. Vaughn and Julie, Dane, the Portable Ham, myself, and Poto Boy, and a couple. Eric was there too. and some others, and it starts pouring down rain. So we take off, and we're like, well, okay, well, let's go back. Let's go get something to eat. So we head to, God, I think it was the Applebee's, and tornadoes are coming through, and everything like that. And Vaughn's like, man, I had to come all the way to Ohio to get killed by a tornado at an Applebee's with Florida Man or something like that. Yeah, it was just funny, but back what I was saying though, I would definitely if it's something that you're interested in, pick it up right away. But if it looks like an ugly duckling and it's going to be there on Sunday, somebody mentioned that you can find some good deals, especially that last day.
Totally.
Yeah. I will also say Sunday though.
$20.
Ooh,
What you got there?
Ham key. It's an iambic, but yeah, last day just walking out.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what's that? I mean, it was dirty. I cleaned up a lot. It's still dirty, but yeah,
Just
I'll give you
remember,
$20 for it.
folks, if it's too good to be true, it probably is.
That is true.
Because that old Heathkit radio looks sparkling brand new. I bet it's filled with bricks inside
Yep.
and cobwebs. I would love to get like an old radio like that.
yeah.
No idea where I'd put it, but my fear is like I bring it home, plug it in, and it sparks and blows up and smoke comes out of it, or just never powers on or something. And then I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah.
I will try to hunt you down.
But it'll look really good on the shelf.
Yeah, it would, but I mean, that's why I'm always skeptical about stuff in like
Yeah.
at flea markets and stuff like that. I mean, I see all the videos that they're just going down, they're bypassing, like they're not even interested, just bypassing everything that they see. And I'm like, a lot of that stuff looks pretty cool. And some people's like, oh, that's pretty neat. And they just keep walking. Don't talk to me. I'm just going to keep walking. You're probably trying to scam me. Just remember, people, there are bad people out there that want to steal your money. I just can't trust them. And I'm not buying something like that and having it not work. You got to prove it to me that it works there on site before I give you the money. But that's me.
Well, see, I think that's kind of like you got to test it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not going to test. I'm not going to spend like $1,000 on an old looking radio and find out.
Well, I'm not going to spend $1,000 on an old looking radio either.
Well, whatever the price is. I mean, I'm just
Yeah.
throwing something out there, but I'm not spending like money on something like a boat anchor like that, having to haul it everywhere on my trip there, and then find out it doesn't work. I'm gonna be steaming.
Yeah.
Mad.
I wouldn't be
And
near as bothered if I got it for a good price or, a relatively really
Well,
good
if
price.
if
Then
I
it didn't
if they at
work.
least say like it doesn't work, or
That's the joy of fixing it.
we had. Well, do you believe it if they says like it worked yesterday or it came here?
Work when
I
it
mean-
comes.
That's it. I
Well,
tried it.
prove it. Put your money where your mouth is. Prove it. Let's go, folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to sell me something? Sell it to me.
That's
Be a salesman.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff,
Yeah.
you want to buy some waterfront property in Arizona?
No thanks.
Oceanfront property.
Oceanfront.
Yeah.
Or I was waiting for you to say lakefront.
That's a possibility. It's just going to be sand.
Disappearing Lake Mead.
Now, one thing about the boneyard I just want to touch on, it dies out on Sunday.
Yeah.
So vendors that are set up when they're packing up on Saturday, a lot of the sometimes they're not coming back. Now there'll still be the flea market and everything, but it is not going to be on Sunday what it was on Saturday.
Yeah.
So, it's one thing to wait, and it's fun to go around. You might get some steals of deals on Sunday, but if there's things that you really want used that you're looking to get in the boneyard, then keep in mind that Sunday not everyone's coming back.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, I have seen people that have found great finds in flea markets and stuff like that. That's awesome. I'm just talking about myself. If you're willing to take the risk, buyer beware, do it. If you know it works or something, that's awesome. But I'm just saying, for me, they can't prove that it works. If it's an antenna, it's a little different story. A radio or a scanner or something like that, I need to see it working. But yeah, I mean, people
at least need some blinky lights on it. Make sure it turns on.
Yeah. But hey, if you can find something that works and you want it,
that's a valid point there. So, you know, how could you test something if you were looking at just a regular HT, not well, more than an HT, but a mobile radio or some tabletop radio? You know, I would hope they'd have at least a 12-volt battery there to power it up, maybe an antenna.
Some people do, some people don't.
I don't know what they would have for like a dummy load.
But if they don't have 12-volt batteries, go to the Bioenno booth because there's always good deals.
Yeah.
Hey, they got good deals all the time. They're usually selling at least 1 mile of battery every other week for like buy one get one free.
Yeah, it's the 9 amp hour one right now, which is a good idea if you travel by air.
And of course, Mark, always the businessman, take an EcoFlow or a Jackery. We charge $10 for anybody who wants to plug in.
That's a good idea.
A little table. That would be.
That's right. That's right.
Our local Hamfest here, the biggest one in Oklahoma, we just had up in Claremore, Green Country Hamfest. There's always a table of a volunteer sits at with his spectrum analyzer, power supply, dummy loads, and tests radios for people that are about to buy a used one. Mm-hmm. And it's an enormously great service.
Yeah, it is. That's darn awesome.
Oh my gosh, saved my butt a few times, but you know, it gives you a little assurance before you buy something that's good, high priced and used.
Yeah, again, like if you could prove that it works and you're happy with it, that's awesome. Buy it. That's great. That's awesome. You found it.
Well, on the topic of Boneyard, I had this idea, and I'm not going to do it because I don't want to dedicate time to it, but I'll put it out there in the ether, and maybe somebody else will pick it up and do it. I really wanted to do like a trade up, like see how far I could trade up starting from like a Baofeng.
There you go.
Just go to the boneyard and go around. I don't want to dedicate the time to it, but I think that'd be a really cool video.
So there used to be a TV show like this where the beginning of the show they would start off with
like a paperclip,
paperclip, a pen, something, and by the end of the show they had a yacht or a multi-million-dollar home or something.
Yep.
And I think I can see that Andrew would be steaming out of there in a new yacht, starting off with a 25th edition Baofeng in Glacier Orange.
That is a leg up. That is, I think a lot more people would be willing to trade for that than a regular one. But yeah, if somebody wants to do that, please do it because I think that'd be great to watch.
$20 is $20,000.
Right.
Flip that thing into a flex. Flip this thing.
The UV5Rs are so plentiful, you may have to start out with a pair of them or maybe 4. I don't know.
Dazzled one.
I got my 25th anniversary shipment coming. I got the clear one. UV5R that Radiodity's selling.
I bought the dirty orange one.
I tell you, the orange just bothered me.
They are dirty.
Why?
They are.
I want both.
Yeah. Did anyone catch the video? Just speaking of the Baofeng 25th anniversary. Josh did a video.
You stole my idea. That's what I was going to do. I was going to put the GT5R. I got two of them.
I was watching it, but I was working at the time. I didn't pay attention. Last I heard that there was like the insides are different between the two radios, and I don't know where it went to after that, but
he made it work. I just
yep.
I don't know. It kind of takes away from the impurity of the purity. Or takes the purity away from the impurity. I don't know.
You're a purist on the impurity, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm an impurity purist. Damn it. But
it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. So, Mike, what are some takeaways that you have from your first couple of years going there and things that
definitely, Freddie was right when he said, bring cash. Definitely bring cash. If you don't bring cash, then go find Freddie and shake him down.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Here's what I did. Shameless plug. I released a video like a couple weeks ago that we filmed on the way back from Hamvention last year, and I just didn't get around to editing it until a couple weeks after, and I kind of felt it was irrelevant. So I just sat on this thing, and finally I'm like, you know what? The month before the show, I watched it for the first time in like a year. I was like, oh, I forgot about that. I got to remember that. So like one of the key mistakes that I made, I felt was I tried to go to too many forums. You look and there's a lot of forums and they're great. And some of the times it's like, hey, I just want to be supportive. I want to go to the POTA one, cause I want to support the POTA community, or I want to go to, Walt had one, from Coastal Waves and Wires. I want to go support Walt and be at his and yada, yada, yada. And next thing you know, like you're spending hours and hours and stuff. So I know I realized that at the end, and like the last day, I just didn't go to the forums that I was thinking about, but it's something to just keep in mind. There's only so much time there, and you got to find that balance that works for you. At the end of the day, I'm there to see people. I can find what I need. There's not much that I need at this point, and I could probably buy stuff online. You're gonna get a good deal at Dayton, but I'm primarily there for the people and stuff, and so that's kind of what I'm looking for. But the big mistake that I made, I think, like I said, was spending too much time in the forums recently. One thing that is good to do is definitely make a list of what you want to do or what you want to look for. I've already flagged a couple forums in case, I feel the need, or maybe it's raining or whatever, and I'll duck in. But make a list of stuff that you are looking for. You're going to find stuff that you're not thinking of that it's like, ooh, buy me. But make those lists of things and in advance. That's certainly helpful. And I've already got a running list, and I'm sure I'll think of some more things when I put some more time to it on the drive out and the weekend before. But yeah, make a list of things to do, things to see, people to see. That's helpful. And, make sure you're spending the time that you got doing what you want. So it goes quick. There's a lot to do. There is a lot to do and see there. So,
and there's some really good forums there as well.
Mm-hmm.
I went and seen Kyle's AA0Z's forum on Node Red last year, and ended up me and Bill went and seen it, and sat through the whole thing. And as it was winding down or getting ready to release, I stood up, and the guy sitting behind me was Jason, November 8 Echo India from All Star Link. It's one of the big wheels with All Star Link that I converse with quite regularly. And I'm like, holy smokes, because he doesn't live all that far away from there.
Did you fanboy Freddie Mac?
I did. I totally took a selfie in the whole 9 yards. I couldn't help myself. But he's a super good guy. Smarter than I'll ever be. But the forum was totally worth it. I learned so much about Node Red and still haven't done anything with it. Sorry, Kyle. But it's not that I don't want to. It's just it's down on the project list.
So one thing I would definitely recommend that everybody should do, and it's probably the best deal in there. When you get there, go over, find Chat Radio, CHATT Radio. They're from, I think, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Chat Radio. Yep. They make it's a $20 bag of connectors.
Mm-hmm.
So, SO239, PL239, 259, whatever it is. Female to female, male to female, BNC, male to male, male to female. They've got them all, just about SMA, just about every little dingus that you can think of that you may need at one point or another. They've got in a bag. and it's $20. And the nice thing about it is you can go up to Mike, and when you see Mike, just say, "Hey, look, $20 is $20." But not only that, but seriously, those are the kind of kits that and Tim said it right. It is the jam. Those are the kind of kits that buy 2 or 3 of them, put them in your kit bag, put one in the glove box of the car or in the trunk or wherever you keep your radio and stuff, because you just never know. You never know when you get somewhere and you're wanting to grab something, or somebody says, "Hey, I got this antenna, you want to check it out," and it's got a B and C on it, and you're using a full size connectors. So it's definitely worth having there. So just about every time I see him, I buy a new bag.
Yeah, I was totally going to do that last year, and for some reason, I totally blew it. I don't know why. I had too many things going on in my head and totally bypassed them. Big regret.
Whiskey Bravo 4 hat says same thing. Every time he sees him, he gets one. And it's you may never use any of those adapters, but they're great to have.
Because as soon as you don't have them, you're going to need them.
Yep,
exactly.
I have to buy another. I thought I had it on the shelf over there. I think it actually might be in my car, but I had that. I bought that kit last year from Chat Radio. And
Mike, you're good. You're good example of that. You're always trying new antennas, so you never know what's going to be on the coax end of that thing.
Yep. And honestly, like this happened to me sometime in the last year, one of the VHF contests. I had a BNC adapter that went bad. Like adapters, just like coax, I mean, they'll go bad, or you might get some sand or water or something in there. You operate portable and stuff. You're just not aware, and something just goes bad. I switched up an adapter because my SWR for a dipole was like off the charts. I'm like, what is wrong? This is not right. And just real quick, tried something different, and it was the adapter. So
an adapter will get you too.
Yeah,
they sneak right up on you.
Things don't last forever, and eventually it's going to go.
Yeah.
The first time it's broke is right after the last time it worked.
Exactly.
Just like that radio that Jeff's trying to buy at the Boneyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try to avoid those parts with char marks on them.
Yeah, but no, that Chat Radio kit is nice. It's worth it. And
I always feel like having more than one of those is nice, because like I've got a kit, so I've got like a pack out box in the garage with all my radio stuff for big radio days, and like that's where I keep all my connectors, because that's where I want it. And it's like it's be nice to have another like one or two, like maybe up here in the shack, and then another one in the truck or something. So, and for $20, $20.
Yeah, I could see getting it. I went the long way around, where you bought a whole bunch of different connectors from adapters from American Radio Supply. I mean, I like once a month or whatever it was, I'd buy like 2 of this, 2 of that, 2 of that, and I keep a lot of them with me in my bag for my radio, or one of the bags with whatever radio I'm using. So I have them if needed. So, but I could still see $20. F it, just get one. I mean, I'll get one and check it out.
Well, it to that point, $20, right?
Yeah.
The first time that you drive 30 minutes to get somewhere, and you set everything up, and you don't have the connector.
Well, the connector, I could see like not having the connector, but when you forget the device you're logging on, and then you realize that you don't have your antennas either after you drive back.
Yeah. Well,
you made I made like 8 trips that day.
I think. Well, I'm sorry you had that rough day, Jeff.
It happened. It happened. I laughed about it.
The point is if you take everything from the Boy Scout perspective, right? The motto is be prepared.
Yeah.
Right. So when you go out to these things, and having that $20 bag of connectors stuffed away in your glove box or wherever in your toolkit, right along with, I always try to make sure that I have a couple antennas, a couple radios, a couple things of coax And it gives me some options if I want to do something different. Also, I have a couple ways of modulating, whether it's phone or it's FT8 or if you're into CW, and having those kind of things with you to go. So, Andrew, I think last year was your first year, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, what was your impressions of that first time walking in, and how'd that make you feel?
The first one was like, damn, this line is long before they get before the gates even opened. But once I got in, it was just like, I mean, my head was spinning. I didn't know where to go. You know, like they got the MCOM vehicles here. They got forums starting up over here. They got all the vendors and all these buildings here. And honestly, I just kind of wandered around lost for the first half of the day. And then, like, I think by the second day, I was kind of like, had an idea of what I really wanted to do. And, but it was cool just being able to actually like see people that I talk to all the time and, you know, get to know them in person.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll say like, it'll be overwhelming if it's your first time, maybe, and you're by yourself. I was completely alone. And, I just took a minute and just kind of like oriented myself like, all right, well, let's start here and look at this stuff because this stuff looks cool.
Well, you met some people while you were there.
Yeah, I met
couple famous YouTubers,
and a couple of the famous guys. Yeah, Preppy and Paul and Chris Brickerhouse.
Oh, he is actually. Chris really isn't all that famous. Atlas, on the other hand,
Atlas is famous.
Yeah, he's the star of the show.
Which is funny because I have a dog also named Atlas.
Yeah. Well, does your Atlas just stop in the middle of the aisleway and lay down and then roll over and show his junk to everybody? Because that's what.
That's what
I thought about doing that.
I
thought about doing that.
Yeah.
Flying down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just in the middle of the walkway.
Yeah.
I kicked it around, but you know,
there you go.
make some people jealous.
I got a story from high school where that kind of it makes sense, so that's why I said that too.
Yeah. So I think the one thing I could probably say, the anchor, and I'll just call them anchor vendors that are there, the Yazoos, ICOM, Flex, Elecraft, all of those are generally in the exact same spot every year.
Yeah.
So as you go, you will kind of know where those guys are. And I would say, you know, you go and you find something, or there's a new company, a small company up there. Use those anchors as a guide to say, you know, hey, Mike, did you check out this cool new antenna company? And they're right over there. They're just right around the corner from the Yaesu booth or from the ICOM booth. Those are good. So the anchors are always going to be there. But to Andrew's point when he was talking about kind of being overwhelmed that first time walking in the door, the second year, the third year, you're going to start to see some of those same people again. You will see small vendors over and over again. If you get an opportunity to go to a couple of the big ham fests, you will see them at a couple different ham fests, and you'll start to develop those conversations, those friendships. And I think that takes us into, I think really what we miss. I think I talked about this the other day. It's the small ham fest, right? It really wasn't about buying product. I mean, you got the boneyards there, but most of, I think, the appeal at a small ham fest was really just that face-to-face time to socialize and everything. And when online sales kind of really became a thing before COVID, you started seeing the small ham fest die down because people didn't have to really go to ham fest to buy the stuff.
Yeah.
Now, and so I really like the fact that the bigger ones and even some of the smaller ones and ones like Huntsville, where you can be through that thing in half a day, the swaps and stuff like that, a little bit longer, spend some time. But that whole ham fest is really about socializing and the face-to-face time and stuff like that. So Chris Bricker said that Troll Pub. And if you guys aren't familiar, watch Jason Ham Radio 2.0's stream at some point. They'll be talking about this more. We've kind of made it an annual end of the show pilgrimage to a place called the Troll Pub, where we have a social hour. They have indoor, outdoor patio where we can conversate and have a good time.
Really good food there too.
Yeah, it's good food.
Really good food.
It's good food. And I think if I had to, if somebody asked me what my number one piece of advice was, and I know you guys did not ask, but I'm going to give it to you anyways. So my number one unsolicited piece of advice for anybody out there is wear eye protection. And exactly. And the reason I say that, okay, you guys were like first like, huh? Eye protection. Inevitably, you're going to get behind some old geezer that's wearing his HT up here with his 3 foot long antenna behind you, and he's just going to stop for no apparent reason. None. He's just going to stop
while you're looking away.
Yeah, and you're going to wind up with the tip of an antenna in your eyeball. So don't go blind. There's plenty of good reasons to go blind, but getting stabbed in the eyeball from an antenna and a handfast is not one of them.
Obviously, wear sunscreen too.
Yes.
Oh, Lord,
you can tell by looking at me, I don't do so well out in the sun. But I'll tell you a funny story from last year. And you know, I'm going back to the car in the afternoon. I'm reapplying and everything. And I go up and I'm talking with Ape and Chuck at the Coffee and Ham Radio's booth, right? And so if Ape tries to pull this on you, you'll be prepared now. And I'm like, "What's up, Ape?" And he's like, "Oh man, you've been out in the sun. Look how red you are." And I'm like, "Oh no." I'm like, "Really?" You know? And I go back to the hotel and I'm thinking, "Oh, I'm like, I reapplied." Like, I get back to the hotel, look in the mirror, I'm like, "I'm fine." So when I see him at the pub that night, I'm like, "Hey, you told me like I was red as hell. Like I got no sun." He goes, "I tell it to everyone, son." I was like, "You got me." He's like, "I know."
Didn't he get a little
sarcasm, dude?
Didn't he get a little lobstered up himself last year?
Maybe.
I feel like
maybe.
Likely seems like maybe he did.
Yeah, because I think people were laughing at him because he got lobstered up.
That's probably why he's trying to pull it on some other folks now. Oh man.
Oh Lordy.
So any last minute advice? We've got about 8 minutes here. Ham Nation is on tonight.
Wear comfortable shoes.
Yeah,
Totally. And if you can tote a backpack around, I mean a lawn chair around, not that you would. It's convenient to have a nice place to sit down. Although the picnic area, though, out there by the food vendors, there's usually a good spot to sit down.
Yeah, the picnic and the bleachers in between the main buildings. I always found a spot there.
It's
and speaking of the sorry.
No, go.
I was gonna say, speaking of the shoes, wear comfortable shoes. You're gonna be on your feet for a while, but wear shoes that you're not gonna mind getting dirty, because the boneyard's gonna be a muddy, dirty mess or whatever. So, you're not gonna want to be there in a fresh pair of Air Jordans or something like that. But also, your shoes are you might get wet. And so you think about shoes like running shoes. If you run, a lot of those are going to be kind of meshy up on the top. And if they get wet, they're not going to quite dry, or they're not going to offer protection like a typical pair of, leather sneakers or whatever. Just be conscious of that. Your shoes are going to probably get wet and dirty at some point, and you're going to want to be comfortable with that.
That's a totally good
wet feet, wet socks suck. That's horrendous.
The worst.
Trench foot.
Oh, I will say, if you got room for it, I don't know. I'm kind of a freak that over prepares for everything. If you got room for it, put a little poncho in your thing, or an umbrella or something, because inevitably it's gonna rain in the middle of the day, and it's nice to have that and not have to worry about getting soaked.
Exactly.
Yep. I've been thinking about all of this for weeks now. I've been to away to places where I don't know what the weather's going to be, or it's going to be completely different from what I'm used to. So I'm used to being prepared. I just have to get everything together and be ready. That's my biggest thing is packing for it.
If you show up that prepared, it's going to be sunny and hot the whole time you're there.
That's right.
Well, like my big thing is I got some like new sunscreen. I had to order it because mine was out of date. I do use it a lot during the summer. What else? I can't remember. I'm going to have my rain jacket. I know I got a decent rain jacket. I got an umbrella in the car, so I'll stick that in my bag probably. Ride shotgun with the other stuff I have in there, and I think I'll be ready. So,
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited
about meeting everyone.
So the one other thing that I would suggest, Jason opens up the patio of his RV to people to hang out, and they have the sunshade and whatever it is, and there's usually water and stuff over there.
Yes.
If you live close and you bring a chair and drop it off there in the morning, and just leave it there.
So happy you did.
Yeah.
Because even if you get back to the camp there and somebody else is sitting in your chair, there's going to be one open.
Yeah.
Get out of my chair.
Absolutely.
It's totally worth it to sit down and catch your breath and see who bought what so far and shoot the breeze and compare notes. It's totally awesome.
Absolutely. Well, hey, in this last few minutes, Mike, Freddie, you guys got some videos coming up tomorrow night?
Oh yeah, Mike, you go first.
Yeah. We do have Thursday night playlist. I think it's 7:16-ish is when it starts. A little after 7. We got 3 of us. We got a decent night with Freddie, Frank the Train, Frank, and then myself, and then of course Coffee and Ham Radios at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. So we got a good night. I got a video dropping then. I'll probably have another video next week on Tuesday at some point before Hamvention. But yeah. And I did a short. I released a short earlier today, right before this.
Oh, I missed it.
Because I made a mistake that I never made with my 705. And I thought something was wrong with the radio or my antenna. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to let me just record what happened real quick in case anybody, it's a rare thing, but, I did it for Carlos because Carlos and I are playing with the same SDR control app, which is what caused me to make this mistake. And so I'm like, I got to record this at least for Carlos because it's too long to put in a text message or send in an email. So it is what it is. But yeah, I got a couple fun shorts out. And
was it a $20 mistake?
No. It was resolved. It just took some thinking through, but and I share that with you. So
Jody says, Tim was thinking, did you do a factory reset?
Yeah, I almost was thinking, geez,
what would Tim do?
You watch it, you'll see what happened. It was a minor mistake, but we've all been in these situations where we don't know if we brick something or something broke, and and your heart kind of stops for a second, like,
oh yeah,
what's wrong? And we go through the troubleshooting process, and that's what the video is about. I just share, here's what happened, here's what I thought, here's what I tried, and here's what it was. So
sweet.
If you run into that trouble, now you know, and it's a rare mistake. So
good deal.
Yeah.
Freddie, what about you?
I've got a quick video coming out tomorrow night about the SayTime weather fix for HamVoIP. Doug Crompton, WA3DSP, re-engineered it again. That man does a lot of hard work. So HamVoIP users, if your SayTime weather hasn't been working for a while, and some of it hasn't, he put out a fix. I did a video on it to kind of guide you through the process. So be looking for that.
And did you say that that's also applicable in the ASL side, or
I ported it over today to ASL3 to fix it over there, but it's still going to go through some beta testing. I don't want to release it until I know every angle works. But
that's fair.
I do have it working for ASL3. That's coming after the fact, but not much longer. So we're getting there.
Awesome.
Cool.
Andrew, do you have anything?
I got a couple things in the pipeline. I got one where, speaking of broken things going on, did I break it? Yes, I did break the thing, and then I fixed it. So I don't know if I'm going to release that one yet or not. And then I just filmed a little thing today about a VHF UHF antenna that I might be putting out soon. So
Cool.
just gonna slap it together and upload it. So
Awesome. Jeff, how about you?
I got still a bunch of videos I still need to edit that I've recorded already. I need to get something done before next week. So I'm going to try to get something recorded and out. So we'll see. Keep an eye out. Email list, sign up, k3jersey.com. There you go. Now you know. Tim, what's going on?
Not much. And it's like Hamvention has just started. Make sure to check out the rest of the creators. We got the list Thursday night. Friday night, there'll be shows. Frank usually does something. Digital Rancher does the late shift. We've got Saturday with Josh, Sunday with Frank, the Tank, and Jason. And I'm sure Jason will go into more detail about stuff that he's got going on in Dayton. So everybody have a great night. Go check out Ham Nation. Let them know that the Kids Table sent you, and we will see you guys later.
73, everybody.
73.
Yeah.
7-2.